In the beginning of our story, we meet Laura, a single mother fighting hard to keep her home. As the days pass, the weight of overdue rent presses down on her. Her heart sinks at the thought of losing the roof over her child's head. Just when hope feels distant, an unexpected surprise slips under her door. It's an envelope, and when Laura picks it up, her heart races with anticipation. Inside, she finds just enough money to cover her rent, along with a note that simply says, "Pass it on." This small message fills her with a mix of gratitude and curiosity. Who could be this generous stranger? That question hovers in her mind like a bright light in her darkest hour, sparking a sense of hope she thought she had lost. Driven by this act of kindness, Laura sets out on an emotional journey to uncover the identity of her mysterious benefactor. As she meets different people in her community, each encounter reveals stories of quiet generosity, showcasing how small acts can create big changes. With each person she meets, Laura learns more about the power of compassion and the beauty of giving. Her own struggles become a backdrop for the many stories she uncovers, transforming her from a woman merely trying to survive into one determined to spread kindness. With every step she takes, Laura discovers that her journey is not only about finding answers, but also about embracing the idea of helping others, just as she was helped. Through this process, she learns something invaluable, that in the toughest times, reaching out to others can bring light into the lives of many. As Laura continues her search for the origin of the mysterious envelope, she meets various individuals in her community who have experienced similar acts of kindness. Each story she hears brings tears to her eyes and joy to her heart. One woman shares how a stranger paid for her child's school supplies, while a young man recalls a time when someone anonymously covered his medical bills. These stories open Laura's heart and make her realize how powerful simple acts of generosity can be. Each encounter drives home a poignant message. Kindness does not require much. It just needs a willing spirit. With each conversation, Laura feels her own struggles start to lift as she sees the strength and resilience within her community. Inspired by these shared experiences, Laura decides it's time to embrace the note's message and spread kindness herself, despite her ongoing challenges. She begins by sharing her leftover groceries with a neighbor who has fallen on hard times. This small act not only brightens her neighbor's day, but also creates a new bond between them. Next, she volunteers at a local shelter, where she helps serve meals and offers a warm smile to those who come through the doors. She quickly learns that her small gestures can spark smiles and hope in others, creating a sense of connection that ripples throughout her community. As Laura gives, she discovers that these acts of kindness uplift her spirit just as much as they do for those she helps. In this way, the cycle of generosity grows, showing how one person's willingness to give can inspire many to do the same. As Laura continues to share her time and resources, the effect of her actions begins to ripple through her community. Neighbors who once felt alone now come together, inspired by her kindness. People start to open up, sharing their own stories and acts of generosity. A single mother, touched by Laura's support, organizes a food drive for those struggling to make ends meet. A retired veteran offers free workshops to teach skills to others in need. Each act of kindness adds a layer of hope, weaving a stronger safety net for everyone. Laura starts to realize that her journey is not just about looking for answers. It's about building a community where everyone supports one another. Together, they create a nurturing environment filled with compassion and understanding. The narrative reaches a beautiful climax when Laura finally discovers the identity of her benefactor. It turns out to be someone from her own neighborhood, someone who watched her struggle and wanted to help. This heartwarming revelation connects Laura's personal journey to a larger story of collective goodwill. The shared acts of kindness that began with a single envelope have transformed not just her life, but the lives of many in her community. As the film comes to a close, viewers are left with an inspiring message. They too can be agents of change. Even in dark times, small acts of kindness can brighten lives and create a cycle of hope.